For a touchback.
Monday, down. 180. Check.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the screen. Shift. Right down. Bring her, guys. Fight the defense.
Carr now to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 20. Stop your running. Everyone, Mike 20. Express. Mike 20.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Darnold now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. No chance. He's coming, lady. He's coming. Double up.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Raiders.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
A gain of 14. First down, Raiders.
Down. You ready? Okay, just like that. Just like that. Switch. Low. Check 3.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the point after. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Jets nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. Red 80. Alert 3. Alert 10.
Now Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's what I do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Young lady. Hey, son. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Hey, son.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Carr. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 7-7, our score after 1.
7-7.
Right now. Ready? Here we go. Watch the pass.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Carr going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move by...
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Yes, sir. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 37. And 80.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now, Mike 20, 180. Hey, we're good. 180.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That's good for 28 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Carr now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Protein spill. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D. Check, crunch.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Jets 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They find some open field here. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A first down throw, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Darnold from the red zone now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Mike, hey, we gotta get to that. Mike over there. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Check, check. Check!
And that would cover covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long. Here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Second and 7 at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
On second down now, it's Bell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to let it go. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
93. Express. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Here's Carr. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold is going to fight, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores, the kicks away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now a carry for Jacobs. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Right now.
Defense, get off the field, defense.
On play action, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Raiders.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check. Fresno. Check 26. Hey, switch gears.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Bell. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Going for the deep ball. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's caught at the 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 65 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check three, check three, check three. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, it didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Down. 185 and 734.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 180. Hey, we're good, we're good. 180. Watch twitch. Watch twitch. 9. Mike 57. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Block. Kill. Raider 8. Watch 57. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
80 weapon.
Carr to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Edwards. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
What down? 280. Get this one.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 19 yards away, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got one. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Bring it. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Back to throw, Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Yo, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Jets' 39-yard line.
Check.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Mike 20. Let's go. Hey, Mike 20. Ricky.
First throw of overtime for Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Now, right there, 54 Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Switch. White Monday. Mike.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
It's going to be a long day. Shoot. Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Monday, down. 180. I'm here. Kill. Turn.
On first down, it's Jacobs, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
White Monday, down. 20. Get in the weight room. Check out.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second down. It's Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Oakland, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week.